Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rebecca. Today I'm bringing you some Dollar Tree DIY decor ideas that are going to be perfect to go with coastal, beach. A lot of them could even go with farmhouse decor. They're definitely going to be perfect for summertime. I also asked you guys recently if you prefer to see shorter videos with maybe like 3, 4, 5 DIYs, or even longer ones with maybe 7, 8, 9, and about 75 to 80% of you said a handful of DIYs was better than a whole bunch and a super long video. I do appreciate all of the people who said that they would love to watch whatever I post, however long it is. You guys are so sweet. I'm so thankful for each of you. But I decided to go ahead and I think I have 5 in this video for you today, and then I do have a couple more that I thought would fit in this video, but I'm going to actually finish up some of those and then they will be coming up in a future video. I also will have some West Elm inspired DIYs and some other stuff coming for summer. With summertime being around the corner, I know a lot of us want to start decorating, and whether you live on the coast near a beach doesn't really matter. I feel like just that nautical look is just so perfect and so fun for all of the summertime vibes, and it just feels like fresh and vacation. If you are not already, make sure that you subscribe, click the little bell so hopefully you will be notified when I upload a new video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you enjoy it. And as always, I love hearing from you guys which one of these ideas was your favorite.
So for the first DIY, I am taking a box of the wooden tumbling tower game blocks from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be creating some letters here. We're going to make the word relax. I felt like that would just go so well with beach and coastal themed decor. Perfect for summer vacation, summer break. You could do this using hot glue to put them together, although personally I do feel like it adds a little bit of bulk in between the wooden blocks. So if you can, I would recommend using some wood glue for this. And I got this wood glue, honestly, I think on Amazon for like under $5 over a year ago. And I have done so many projects and I still have about half a bottle left. So I will link that for you below. You definitely get your money's worth on this, I think, if you like to make a lot of DIY room decor, home decor, just DIY crafts and projects. I think it's totally worth having. Obviously, it's a little tricky to make something rounded like the top part of the R, and to do this, I just kind of curved the blocks, so I wasn't sure how well they would hold up because only a very small portion of the actual block is glued to the next block on the corner. Let them dry. A few hours should be enough. If you want to be really sure, you can go ahead and wait overnight. And I went ahead and made an R, E, L, A, and X. A was a little bit tricky. X was also a little bit tricky, but you can see how I kind of just did that on an angle here. I have 2 of these wooden block decor signs from Dollar Tree that I glued together. And because they're painted, for some reason, hot glue actually seemed to work better than the wood glue. So I glued them with hot glue, and I also hot glued my letters on, and then you could totally leave them natural. Another thing I thought about doing was taking some blue and white paint and making them start with a darker color blue and then fade into white. So like a lighter and lighter blue all the way to maybe a very light blue or a white color, so that they would kind of have like an ombre effect, if that makes sense. I'm kind of torn. I'm debating if I should go back and try an ombre effect. Let me know if you guys think that I should, and if I get enough comments telling me to do that, I will, and I will share it with you. Or if you like it just like this with a little bit of dry brushing of some white chalk paint over that. But no matter what you decide to do, have fun with this. You can totally customize it to just fit with your style, whatever you like. I had some leftover shells. You could get some from the beach if you want, if you happen to have some shells laying around from the beach, but these are actually from Dollar Tree. I had them in my craft drawer and just decided to alternate them along the bottom of the sign, and I think they turned out pretty cute like this. Instead of shells, you could probably also wrap part of the bottom base part of the sign with nautical rope or something like that, just to like give it a little more interest and creativity to it. That would be another option for the letters. I wonder if it would look good if you wrapped the letters themselves in nautical rope or like in twine. That might be kind of cool too. Let me know your thoughts. I'm always curious what you guys think. So for the next one, I have one of these little mirrors from Dollar Tree. For this one, I did take the frame off. I just kind of popped out that bottom piece that has the mirror on it, and I wanted to just paint over the black. I was going to do it in white, but since I actually have this little bottle, I think it's called sheepskin or something, it's actually kind of like a yellowy off-white color, I decided that I would just go with that. And then I'm taking popsicle sticks, both large ones and small or regular size ones. These are from Dollar Tree, so this was super affordable, really cheap and easy to do. And all I did was snip off one end on each popsicle stick just so that I had a flat base. And then I just alternated them going around. You could mix and match and do it however you want. I just alternated a large one and a small one. Obviously, you could also do them closer together so that they're touching, or space them farther apart if you want. And if you want even more variety in the heights, you could actually cut a little bit more so that some of your sticks would be even lower than the heights that I have on here. I hot glued these on into place. I took a little bit more of my chalk paint and just dry brushed that kind of all over just to lighten it up and kind of make it look like kind of a little bit of an aged, weathered wood that had been like sitting out on the beach in the sun, getting bleached by the sun, something very coastal, very beachy, and perfect for the summertime, perfect for some summer decor. It felt like it was missing something though. I got this bag again in Dollar Tree and you get so many of them for $1. So I was like, well, why not? I hot glued them along the bottom of it. And then I'm just going to be adding a candle down into the inside. I love these battery operated candles. They are my favorite, and I will have them linked below for you guys. But let me know, this is the big question. Does this candle holder look like a cake? But anyway, moving on to the next one. These, you guys are going to like this. If you have been using the little foam brushes from Dollar Tree for your painting and your crafts, I know I have gotten requests from people to come up with a DIY that we can do with the handles. So for this one, I'm taking 3 of those little wooden handles that I've saved from my Dollar Tree foam brushes. I had this little wooden heart sticker, which it does not need to be a heart. You can use any little, if you have like a cap off of like a bottle or jar that maybe you're recycling, you could use anything for this. I just happen to have this left over from Valentine's Day, this little wooden heart sticker. If you can hear that noise, I think someone is using a chainsaw outside, so just please excuse the background noise. Anyway, I used a little bit of hot glue to get those wooden sticks to stay onto the bottom of the heart, and then I went ahead and added wood glue in between because I'm not fully putting the sticks down all the way. I wanted them to be kind of diagonally attached a little bit so that they would spread out and kind of look a little bit like 3-legged stool. Then I went and I added some wood glue on top just to really make it extra secure. And then once that was all fully dry and set, I came back a few hours later and I am going to go ahead and paint this, which I actually found that I had 2 blue paints. I actually have an acrylic paint. You can get this in Walmart, I think for around $1, or if you don't want to go out to the store, you can actually, I believe, order it on Amazon for a few dollars if you don't mind paying, and it'll just come right to your house. I'm going to link that option as well as the assorted chalk paint colors, and that is where I got this little blue bottle. It's like an assorted chalk paint sampler pack that gives you different shades of like gray, white, blue, green, beige, brown, kind of just all very neutral, easy colors that I think would work with everyone's decor, and you just get a small bottle of each. I feel like that is the most practical way to do it because you only end up spending maybe around $2 or $3 per bottle, and that way you get lots of crafts and lots of uses out of your paint. But I was curious if the acrylic one would work, like how well that one would turn out, because I know that the chalk paint would do awesome, but actually the acrylic paint did super good as well. Go ahead and glue a candle holder on here, or you can just add in even like a little faux plant or real plant actually. I just feel like this goes perfectly again with all of our beach and coastal themed decor ideas. So now moving on, I am taking another mirror from Dollar Tree. Yes, that's right. I had several of these mirrors in my craft stash and I decided, hey, let's make use of them. So I also had a piece of Dollar Tree nautical rope left laying around, which I decided to take, and I'm not actually gluing it on yet because I want to have a second step here. So we're going to use the mirror as an outline. I'm taking the rope and I literally want the rope to be the size of the mirror. I'm going to take it right around the edge and then glue that together, the two pieces of rope together there, so that the rope is the size of the mirror, as if you were gluing it on around the mirror, but just don't attach it to the cardboard yet. Okay, and then I kept going around again. I did a second circle and then a third circle and then again a fourth circle. And once I had 4 rows, I mean, you could probably even do 5 or 6 rows if you want it even wider. It's totally up to you. I did 4 rows around, glued that all together, and like you can see, I'm gluing the rope to the rope. None of it is actually glued onto the cardboard yet. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some twine here. This is also from Dollar Tree. And I'm taking my twine and wrapping it around and around and around. I decided to wrap mine around the seam where I started and ended the rope, so it covers that up. Then I did another section of twine wrapped around like a little band here, directly opposite the one that we just did, top and bottom. And then I'm going to do them opposite of that. And this way I have top, bottom, left, and right. And I just feel like that kind of gave it like a unique little finished look to that. Then you can go ahead and take that whole circle of rope and glue it onto the cardboard now. And that is going to complete the look around your mirror. The last thing would be, if you want to hang this up, you can take another little piece of rope or twine and glue that onto the back of your mirror, and then that is going to make it so that you have like a little handle, which honestly I think looks cute whether you hang it up or not. I just think the handle makes it look more complete and more finished, but it is totally optional. Okay, moving on now. I have my blue chalk paint here, as well as one of these greenish turquoise color ones that also came in the pack. This is actually the first time I'm even opening it because I haven't used this color one before. And I have larger ones in the shade of oatmeal here, which I'm actually not going to use. I'm going to just use the white. So I'm going to just use the white, that turquoise color, and then that more of a navy blue color. Okay, now this little vase, you're probably like, what happened to that sad little vase? Well, Kylie got into some craft stuff and she took one of my sponge brushes and painted all over it. And I also have some stickers that she added onto this. So I wasn't sure what I could do with this. I still wanted to like turn it into something beautiful that I could use around the house. And I debated featuring her own little piece of artwork, but I just wasn't really into the style of this piece, so we're gonna go ahead and paint over it. Plus I needed a vase to paint on anyway to give this art style a try for my beach decor. So I am going to take a foam brush and just brush and tap on the chalk paint so that it has kind of a rough texture. I don't want it to be smooth. I want it to be as speckled and rough and splattered as possible. I also took another little piece of foam to blot on some of the blue. And this is where I was kind of just trial and error testing it out. And I'm not honestly crazy about how this was working because the sponge was either making the lines look too long or making it look more like lines and less like little splotchy circles of color. So what I ended up doing, it wasn't quite working out how I had hoped. So what I ended up discovering actually worked the best was honestly taking just like the oldest rough, junky paintbrush from Dollar Tree. I think it was one of the ones that came in like the kids painting craft sets that they just include in there for free. I took one of those old paintbrushes and I pushed down on it and rubbed it all around into my paint and got it kind of dry. Honestly, this is a little bit of a dry brushing now. It was a pretty dry brush, and you can see that I basically destroyed the bristles on it. But by doing that, I was able to kind of splotch on more of like a very textured, spotty look without having such big marks of paint that the foam brush or my nicer paint brushes were leaving behind. I was having a lot of trouble getting just like a really lightly, almost as if it was like misted, like mist from spray paint, like blowing over onto it like a real fine mist, and just kind of even tapping. The other thing that worked was like tapping the paintbrush so that just like little tiny flecks of paint would fall on here and just give it like that splattered paint look, which in the end, I almost feel like it gives it a little bit of like a beachy mosaic look. I think the blues are just so gorgeous with like the turquoise and the navy cobalt color mixed with all of the white. It fits so beautiful for summer, for beach, coastal. My mom saw this one. She totally loved the vase, and I wanted to try it on this little one before I go ahead and make a large one. Anyway, let me know which one of these DIYs was your favorite. Let me know if you're going to create any of these. I always love hearing what you guys have to say. I do have some West Elm inspired Dollar Tree DIYs coming up. I will probably have a few more recycled and upcycled DIY decor. Anyway, there will be lots of things coming. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys all soon in the next one. Bye!